Okay, let's go into some ranked games with a random character and see who we're going to get today. And it looks like we are playing the adventure. Now we could grab ourselves a Pandamonium with a leaf badge. I think that's going to be really nice because we could try to go for poison stack and builds. And that's exactly what I'm going to go for. Let's grab one of these. I could go for that trade armor as well, which will be kind of nice actually. If you get sealed a deal, I'm going to be regretting not taking this. 35% chance of trade offers. I mean, I do want to craft up this frying pan really fast though. So I'm going to ignore it. We get a frying pan. Let's craft it up. Finish off a bit of a heal, but no food items is kind of tough for us, if we're being honest. Now, we could try to go for a Falcon Blade, but I'm going to leave it as it is. Now, this round one is kind of garbage, not going to lie. No food items for a frying pan. We got a little bit of stacking accuracy, 2% crit chance per activation, which isn't going to be too crazy by any means. But can we win out? Because it is neck and neck. Our opponent does have some crits, but we do end up losing out. Kind of expected though, but with a Pandamonium, it's going to be a bit of a different story. Especially with our Zone case, it's going to be going faster. We want to grab as much food items as possible. I'm going to grab a bit of storage. I'm going to roll, and this is amazing. Genuinely going to be amazing. We want to take every single food item there is, because each food item now gives 4% crit chance on our poison. Also, the Pandamonium barely uses any stamina, so we can have in multiple weapons with it too. Now the thing is, we want to get some really high value food items, and the adventure kind of has a broccoli, which isn't really going to be high value at all, to be honest. But our frying pan does do massive damage and amazing. Definitely amazing. Then we could go for Smelly Wall Pandemonium. Yeah, I'll be taking it. That's going to be too good not to take. Let's grab our storage. The card is insane actually. That's going to scale up some power if we get a bunch of luck. I'm taking way too much storage. And that's a stinky broccoli. With a box of riches and a piggy bank, we could try to go for piggy bank or riches, which I'm kind of down for too. But it's going to be an awesome start. With our Smelly Wall, our garlics are going to be going turbo speeding, that's for sure. Turbo speeding, it's going to be giving us tons of block. We inflict way more poison. And with this much food items in, we should have a 20% crit chance on that poison, which is smashing. And that's also crits. Crits on our weapons too. I mean, I gotta take it, right? It's gonna be too good not to take. Let's take the stinky broccoli. We're gonna place it in below. In this spot, we probably could put a garlic in there because that's gonna be super speedy, but this is gonna scale up a little bit of luck for us. And I still want the box riches with the piggy bank. Well, with 6 food items in, it's gonna be 24% crit chance on our poison. And each activation is gonna be poison. The thing is, broccoli is really slow as well, but we do manage to win out. Not bad. Now, more garlics we want to take. With more storage, hell yeah. The box of riches is going to take, and we can't take our piggy bank. We probably should have taken that first. I'm going to sell a little Star of Courage though to go ahead and just take it for now too. I'm going to move our broccoli over to the side so we can have a garlic in the middle too. And that's probably going to be our best kind of setup for now. Trying to speed up our garlics as fast as possible, because they're going to be our main source of defense. It's going to be more and more block, and we do have 28% crit chance on our poison. And each bit of luck is going to give us 7% crit chance on our broom, 5% on our Pandemonium, which we would love to have it the other way around. However, that's 20 poison onto our opponents. And if we smash out, hell yeah we can. Not bad at all. And we could try to go for a poison ball. I'm going to be down for it. Blood cycle, let's roll. We could also go for crew with staff, which could be kind of interesting as well. But I'm going to sell this because I need to gamble to look for an Amulet of Feasting. It's an Amulet of Alchemy. Maybe not so great. We can also go for Serpent Staff with crits, which I'm not going to take it. Also, Nurse Blueberries would be kind of nice too, but let's move on with this. Our opponents is rocking a Toasty Goober. They're going to be getting tons and tons of regen, stamina. They got some daggers. They got a little hero sword. They're going to be using up energy conversion. They're going to be getting crazy heat and insane buffs. But that poison is racking up. Pandemonium early is kind of nuts, isn't it? Well, especially with Smelly Wall too. And that's a big old poison gemstone, which I was looking for. Grab our storage, grab you. Let's roll once. Also, we can stop our opponent from scaling up so much max life. We could go for Snow Stick too. Now, I also kind of want to take you out though, because there is other. Wait, I kind of want to grab this. Go for Dark Saber. Stone Skin Pot, so we can get a big potion explosion, inflicting turbo poison from the beginning. Could be kind of nice too, but also Fanny Pack as well. Now, especially we could take the Stone Skin Pot since we got an Amulet of Alchemy as well. We could try and explode as much as possible, but the problem is we do need some armor for it. But next round, we're going to get ourselves our Weapon Master, which is going to be phenomenal. We also really want to grab a Corrupted Crystal, and I do want to grab this Fanny Pack. Now, I did change the setup around so we can have our Pandamonium in this side. With a bow as well. That's for his fanny pack. I'm going to take a bow. I'm going to speed up these food items, which blueberries doesn't make too much sense to speed up. But it is going to be that for now. And yeah, we could have grabbed ourselves more crits because each luck then scales up 10% instead of 5%. It's 10% now since we got our relief badge back in the right spot. And our opponent is going to have a lot of damage with the magic staff with the spear as well. And we might not be able to stripe this unless we get a big crit with a poison. And holy moly, we got a crit with the Pandamonium instead. Which was kind of nuts. Now, Weapon Master is here. We got to take this fella. He is on sale as well. We could go for Stinky Turtle though as well. But the Mercury Element is going to be too good not to take. Let's grab you. With this too. Pineapple is a faster food item, which would be nice, but I'm not going to take it. Another bow and arrow would be kind of nice, but let's grab ourselves another blue gemstone. Blue? Green? What the hell am I talking about? That's blue. Well, sell this to go ahead and grab ourselves another fanny pack. Now, this actually counts as armor, so having this inside our Mercury Elemental is nuts for us. Because the more debuffs we do inflict, the more block we're going to get. So we're still going to have our Smelly Wall in here, and the more poison we do inflict with our Mercury Elemental as well. Since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 food items, that's going to be basically 32% crit chance of our poison, which is going to be nice. And once we get our Poison Bow, once we get our Dark Saber in as well, we can do tons and tons of damage. Maybe. But our opponent does cleanse a lot of debuffs. We do got 14 poison onto, and we are stacking up a lot of poison onto ourselves as well, but we get tons and tons of block. We activate this as well, and yeah, that's 42 poison, 50 poison still going up. And can we get a big crit on it? Hell, we can. 100 damage poison. Insane, isn't it? Now we can grab ourselves another Stinky Broccoli, which I don't really want. I'm going to grab this small bit of luck. Let's keep rolling. Stamina Sack will take, and I might want to take you out, even though I would like to find ourselves green gemstones. And I'm going to sell one of these to go ahead and grab this. Hammer to Darkness. Okay, maybe not that great though. I'm going to sell our freaking broom so we can roll, and holy moly, that's a Pestilence Flask with a Wisp as well. Which I don't know if I really do want. But the Poison Flask, definitely. And the Mercury Elemental only really works with melee weapons. But with ranged weapons, it does still get the damage from it. It just doesn't give stamina back per ranged weapon. Our opponent does have a lot of armor. They're going to be getting rid of our armor. And we also got Norse Please. But they do have a 22% crit chance with the Halberd. And Shield is going to be blocking a lot of our damage as well. And unfortunately, they just shred our armor so we can't survive long enough. However, we can grab ourselves full body protection, which means we're going to be getting more and more block from a Mercury Elemental, our Stone Skip Pots, and even our Garlics as well. How the hell am I not going to take that, right? It's also an armor, so we can go for Corrupted Armor as well, which I'd love to take, but let's take this for now. Are we going to go for this? Not right now. Another card for, honestly, just insaneness. And if we put ourselves our Piggy Bank, our Lucky Pig, onto our Pandamonium, we would be able to increase our poison chance on this, wouldn't we? Also, might want to sell this to grab ourselves another card. I do want to place this in, but at the same time, I also want this to be targeted down below. But then we're going to get basically 35% increased block from our Pandamonium, from our potion, from our Smelly Wall Garlics as well. That's going to be awesome for us. But let's move on. Once we get our Poison Bow in as well, it should be even better for us. Our opponent does have Thor's Hammer with a Falcon Blade, and they're dual wielding as well. They're going to be dealing some big damage too. However, we got a block. They're inflicting a decent bit of poison with their Poison Dagger, which could be kind of awesome for us as well. However, can we win out? It's looking neck and neck. And unfortunately, the sheer amount of heals they do have, it does beat us out. But holy moly, we finally got our Dark Saber. It only took 7,000 years. We're going to take that. We're going to roll once. We're going to need the storage, and we definitely need this. So as mad as it is, I'm going to sell our shiny shells so we can take this. Once we get our Dark Saber in, we should be able to deal some big damage. And since we're going to be dealing more damage with our weapons, we should be able to get more and more block, which does transform into more and more poison with our Smelly Wall. But that's a crit with Staff Stone Golem with critical poison. Holy moly, this is going to be dangerous for us. We do get a block, we do answer back, that's 60 poison, and it's just not going to be enough. But I'm telling you, once we get a Dark Saber, it's going to be much better for us. And we can also grab ourselves that Holy Armor and try to go for a Corrupted Armor as well. Should we take it or should we roll looking for some green gemstones or more Stone Skip Pots? I think I'm going to roll for now. Helpbot to cleanse some of the poison. We could grab ourselves that Shelly. We could also take the dagger as well. The thing is, I'm going to take a little bit of storage. I'm just going to roll We could take the shield as well and place it on our Mercury Elemental, which I'm down for. A little bit more poison as well is going to go a long way. This could scale up a lot of mana for us if we get ourselves a Moon Shield. But it's also going to block a lot of damage and give us more striability. So we're 1 gold off. Why the hell didn't I just sell 1 gemstone to take it? Well, it is what it is. Lightsaber, it's going to be dealing more and more damage based on how much debuffs we do have in our opponents. We can stack up crazy amounts of damage. And look at this damage. Holy moly, this is way better. That's for sure. Now let's go ahead and grab our shields. Now, should we take this too? Maybe. Let's roll once. Another poison flask. If you want that as well. So I think I'm just going to take this little bit of storage for now. Take that little bit of storage. Do we take the Pestilence Flask? I actually don't think I do. I'm going to roll once more. That's a Dragon Egg to reflect some of our Devos back onto us. We could take this storage too. Which, no, I'm kind of down for it. Just so we can move this all the way over to this side so we can have this in as well. My problem is this is not going to be able to target our freaking potion anymore, which is not ideal either way. But maybe we do need to move you over a little bit. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit better for us, right? We can have you back in then as well. We can have you in too, reduce your opponent's healing, which is going to be awesome. Try to get as much healing down as possible, increase your base stamina regen, inflict a small bit more debuffs, a little bit of extra accuracy. And I'm going to roll again. Now this, I do want to grab. Sell us little blue gemstones so we can go ahead and take it. Also notice our blueberries. Yeah, I kind of want to grab. Well, let's get moving on. If we have more mana stacked up, we can use our Darksaber to inflict a little bit of blind as well. Our opponent does have that Divine Pot to cleanse a lot of those debuffs. And unfortunately, sheer amount of blind onto us is going to be super problematic. Yeah, we're toast. This single Divine Pot really kind of screwed us. And we're down to 1 life, which is amazingly crazy in my opinion. Let's grab our blueberries. Let's roll. That is going to inflict a turbo amount of poison for us. And also scale up our crits. How the hell am I not taking this? Also, Moon Shields, I do want to grab too. But let's get Venture on once again. So the Magic Ring is going to be nice. But it is going to be kind of slow. Now we are facing another Smelly Wall opponents. They're going to have that Moon Armor, which will reflect some of the poison back onto us. And we'll see how we actually perform because we're stacking up a crazy amount of poison and we're dealing some big damage. And this is so much better. Holy moly, we just need time to scale up. The helmets is going to be really awesome for us. Now let's grab more poison stacking. Do we want the Prismatic Orb? Probably not. Another freaking Block Pot could be kind of awesome as well. But it does mean we're going to have to move one of our garlics away for now. Which means 4% less crit chance. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 40% crit chance on our poison. We have 44% with our garlic in there. But I think I'm going to settle for you. Let's roll again. That's a big old amulet. So for an amulet steel, that would be insane for us. And I do want to grab this for now too. Let's roll one more time. And let's just get moving on. Let's just get moving on. We should be able to get crazy amounts of mana. And I would love to grab ourselves a big old mana orb as well. Because each bit of block we're going to get from this is going to give us mana. The more damage we deal, the more mana we get. And our opponent does have a lightning staff, fancy rapier. But I'm also looking for helmets to give us time to scale up all this poison. But smashing. Genuinely amazing. In terms of damage, we do have a 67 DPS within 10 seconds, which is pretty darn good. The problem is it takes a little bit to get off the ground running. In terms of heals, no heals at all really. But in terms of block, we do have about 60 block per second. Mercury Elemental, Stones Get Butts. Not bad at all. But we'll see if we can get there. And maybe the armor could be the way that we go. I mean, I don't think I'm going to take it actually. Wisp, we can get our bit of a heal back. Since it is on itself before, you know what, I'm going to take it. Might as well grab you as well. We can grab ourselves a small bit more luck if we want to, so we can start off with a little bit more crit chance. I'm going to take it. Let's roll again. More healing reduction, I gotta grab for sure. Let's roll one more time. Now, invincibility, honestly, that gives us some survivability, which I kind of want to go for. I'm going to sell this little blue gemstone with this garlic as well, so we can grab this bit of storage. So we can add this in and add this in too. But yeah, I'm going to grab this long crown and craft it up in the next round. That's for sure. But we do need to get our blocks stacked up insanely fast. Now this is going to give us a crazy amount of heals within 35 or 5 seconds. Our opponent does get invincibility and... Can we survive? Just barely amounts of shields and holy moly, we answer back 1 HP with 220 shields. There's no way we actually survived that. That was insane, wasn't it? And we got ourselves a big old Flawless Emeralds, which is going to be inflicting a little bit more poison. Let's roll again. A little bit more storage. We keep going. Now this could ignore armor altogether, so maybe this could be the last item we do want to grab. But is that really going to be worth it? Probably not, right? Another set of blueberries. We keep rolling. You know what? I'm going to grab this and I'm going to keep rolling. Practice large greatsword. Don't really want. Another set of blueberries, and we could remove this for now because build up our food items as much as possible on our Pandamonium is going to be nice. That's 44% crit chance onto this. We sell this piggy bank. We go ahead and grab ourselves a little bit of storage. Let me craft up this glowing crown, but now let's move on. So once we do start getting some mana from our Mercury Elemental, we should be able to get our invincibility. If we face an opponent with invincibility at the beginning, that's where we don't deal any damage, we don't get any block, we don't get our own invincibility. Now that's a lot of poison stacked up, and yeah, it's not bad at all. Definitely not bad. Alright, we've got our glowing crown, which is going to be awesome. We can reduce that healing even further. We could also use this in our helmet to gain insane heal. Maybe that's what we want. And we could grab ourselves the box of riches to try and find ourselves one final good gemstone, but we're not going to take it. You know what? Maybe we'll take this. That's also a helmet which we've been looking for 7 million years. That's literally insane amounts of items that you want to grab. Now the thing is, we never really went for full body protection, if I'm being honest. We have 2 helmets. We didn't go for the armor, but I still think this is going to be good overall. Because now each bit of luck is going to be not 5, not 10, but 12% crit chance. Since we start off with 2 luck, that's 24% crit chance from the rip, and every time this activates, it's going to be another 12%. So we should be able to scale up our crits really fast in our Dark Chamber, so it deals more and more damage, which means more block, which means more poison, which means more damage, which means more poison. Yeah, it's pretty convoluted, but we'll see if it's going to be able to win out. Now we are facing an opponent that is going to be removing every single one of our buffs and also cleansing those buffs back onto it. We have 85% heal reduction. They're going to be slowing us down as well, which could be problematic, but as long as we get a decent bit of poison stacked up, we should be able to slowly chip them down. 30 poison off the rip. It's still going to have that 44% crit chance on the poison, which is going to be nice. They have a lot of poison onto us as well. And honestly, with the shimmer of the block we're getting, the wisp in our helmet probably didn't make too much sense, right? They have crazy amounts of power. This slow stick is going to be doing some big damage. They actually have insane amounts of poison onto us. But that is 75 poison and we get our invincibility, and that should be enough to smash our opponent, right? Just let that poison finish him off. There's one more tick. Come on, we got it. Hell yeah, 150 poison. But who knew Pandamonium would be that insane? Now, in terms of DPS, we did have a 51 DPS at the very end because our opponent did remove all our buffs and slowed us down to a snail's pace, which means we didn't get as much poison as we would have liked to. But in terms of heals, we had very, very little heals. In terms of maximum health gained, we do get 100 from a wisp, and in terms of block, we did manage about 544 block from a Mercury Elemental and our stones come back. So overall, kind of awesome. We did survive with 2 lives left. How much rank points do we manage to get? Plus 10 will rank us up to 35. Not bad at all. But anyway, stick around. We're going to jump into some round 8 fights and see what we can do with it. Okay, so we are facing a Mercury Elemental as well. They're going to be flicking some poison on to themselves as well. We're going to have Stone Golem. They're going to be stacking up max life with the Amulet of Wilds, or the Amulet of Light, I should say. And they're going to be stealing our buffs with that Dagger Ring. However, we have insane amounts of poison onto them, and we should be able to explode them. Yeah, this is looking so much better. 164 poison. They have insane block, 268 poison damage, and we barely survive. Now, can we deal with a gold armor? Card Goobers, they're going to be stacking up so much max life. They're going to be trying to click poison with the Poison Ivy. We're going to be taking so much damage. They do resist quite a bit as well. And the gold armor is going to be getting rid of a lot of it too. When we get invincibility, we have so much block, and we can answer back with some insane damage. And finally, can we deal with a Laboratory Bomb? Bloodthorn, they're going to use up so much stamina with the Mecha Bat, with the Falcon Blade. Yeah, they're going to have a bit of trouble with stamina. They've got Wolvertinger, who is going to give them tons of base stamina regen. But at the same time, we should be able to smash out. No problems at all.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to